Joseph Stalin, a summary of his life. Early life and background. Joseph Stalin was born on December 18, 1878, in Gori, Georgia, which was then part of the Russian Empire. His birth name was Iosif Vissarionovich Zyugashvili. He later adopted the name Stalin, which means man of steel in Russian. Stalin's father, Vissarion Zyugashvili, was a shoemaker, and his mother, Ketevan Galadze, was a domestic worker. Stalin's childhood was marked by poverty and hardship. His father was an alcoholic who often beat him, while his mother was deeply religious and hoped Stalin would become a priest. Despite these challenges, Stalin excelled in school and earned a scholarship to attend the Tiflis Theological Seminary in 1894. However, he was expelled in 1899 for revolutionary activities. During his time at the seminary, Stalin became involved in Marxist circles and joined the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party (RSDLP). This marked the beginning of his political career and his commitment to revolutionary socialism. Rise to power. After the RSDLP split into the Bolsheviks and Mensheviks in 1903, Stalin aligned himself with the Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin. He quickly rose through the ranks due to his organizational skills and willingness to take on dangerous tasks, such as robbing banks to fund the party. Stalin played a significant role in the Russian Revolution of 1917, which led to the overthrow of the provisional government and the establishment of Bolshevik rule. After the revolution, he was appointed People's Commissar for Nationalities and became a key figure in the new Soviet government. Following Lenin's death in 1924, a power struggle ensued within the Communist Party. Stalin outmaneuvered his rivals, including Leon Trotsky, and consolidated power. By the late 1920s, he had become the undisputed leader of the Soviet Union. The Stalin era. Stalin's rule was characterized by rapid industrialization, collectivization of agriculture, and the establishment of a totalitarian regime. His policies, such as the five-year plans, aimed to transform the Soviet Union into a modern industrial power. However, these policies came at a great cost, including widespread famine, forced labor, and the deaths of millions. One of the most devastating events of Stalin's rule was the Great Famine of 1932-1933, also known as the Holodomor, which resulted in the deaths of millions of Ukrainians. Stalin's collectivization policies, which forced peasants to give up their land and join collective farms, were a major factor in the famine. Stalin also implemented a series of purges to eliminate perceived enemies of the state. The Great Purge of the 1930s targeted political opponents, intellectuals, military leaders, and ordinary citizens. Millions were executed, sent to labor camps, gulags, or exiled. These purges solidified Stalin's control, but created a climate of fear and repression. World War II and the Cold War. During World War II, Stalin initially signed a non-aggression pact with Nazi Germany in 1939, known as the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. However, Germany broke the pact and invaded the Soviet Union in 1941. Stalin led the Soviet Union through the war, playing a crucial role in the defeat of Nazi Germany. The Soviet Union's victory in World War II elevated Stalin's status as a global leader. However, the war also brought immense suffering to the Soviet people, with millions of casualties and widespread destruction. After the war, Stalin established Soviet control over Eastern Europe, leading to the division of Europe and the beginning of the Cold War. Stalin's post-war policies focused on rebuilding the Soviet Union and maintaining its status as a superpower. However, his authoritarian rule and paranoia continued to shape Soviet society. He remained in power until his death on March 5, 1953. Legacy. Joseph Stalin's legacy is one of contradictions. On one hand, he transformed the Soviet Union into a major industrial and military power. On the other hand, his policies caused immense suffering and death, with estimates of the total number of deaths under his rule ranging from 20 to 30 million. Stalin's rule left a lasting impact on the Soviet Union and the world. His methods of governance, including the use of propaganda, repression, and terror, became a model for other authoritarian regimes. While some view Stalin as a strong leader who modernized the Soviet Union, others see him as a tyrant responsible for unimaginable atrocities. Understanding Stalin's life and legacy is essential for comprehending the complexities of 20th century history and the dangers of totalitarianism